It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What it do? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Let's Bet It. Um, Pretty decent day yesterday. You know, start off with a little bit of recap of the day before. Put out a couple plays. Two in the NBA, two in the NFL, 1-1, and on each. So yesterday I played the Cavs. On the show, I played the Cavs on first half -3, and also like that Spurs and what did they play yesterday? The Spurs game over. The Spurs game cashed the Cavs first half -3. They started off a little bit slow, came through in the second quarter, but the Spurs game kind of started. Kind of got off to a slow start. You know, didn't work out in the end. Fell a little bit short of that. Going over that, I believe it was 227.5. For the NFL, the Bills was on the show. I gave the Bills out -1.5, so that or my first quarter -1.5, so that hit. And then later on, I ended up playing the Eagles first quarter -1 and late touchdown by the Giants. Kind of ruined that, but we back today. Probably not gonna get into anything NFL. Don't got a lot of opinions on it, but gonna talk about. First off, I know. So, shout out Can't Stop. He can't be with us today. GLB can't be with us today. Stacks was supposed to be with us today, but he had to make an emergency trip to go pick a family member up. I guess they're kind of evacuating out of Jamaica with that hurricane coming. So honestly, man, shout out to everybody. Prayers up for everybody that's down there. You know that if you got people in Jamaica, prayers with them. They're about to get hit with a nasty storm. So just prayers up for them, and hopefully this storm passes and the damage is minimal, and hopefully no lives are lost either. So. Yep. So with that being said, let's get into. I got some looks tonight that I like. I really do, and we'll get into them. First one is Magic at Sixers. Sixers catching 5.5 at home. I know this line has moved since I made this banner, so the Magic are really up to 6.5 now, and the total. It rose from 226.5 to 227. Honestly, I got this game when it was Magic -4.5. I played that. I posted it on Twitter. So one of my official plays. Yeah, I just feel like the Magic. They have been a little disappointing to start the year. But I think in this spot, with Embiid being out, and I mean the Sixers are used to it, of course, but with Embiid out, with Paul George out, and I just think the Magic. I don't think there's a such thing as a desperation spot this early in the season, but I feel like this is a spot where the Magic can get right here against the Sixers. Really, not a lot of defensive resistance, from them. So, like the Magic, -4.5, I played it. With it being at this 6.5, I'm not sure. I personally see a Magic double-digit win, but this total, this spread has, really shifted from open. So I got it Magic -4.5. If you do want to play Magic 6.5, maybe make a smaller play on it, but that's the play that I like for that game. Nothing in the way of player props, really. I can see Tyrese Maxey going off. But if you want to look at his points, BJ Edgecombe, I mean, that's a pretty good backcourt, I think. And there's going to be pace there. The Magic, their games have been going over the first few of this season. So I can see some pace. So, a Maxey points prop, I couldn't be mad at that one. All right, let's next game that I've got to play a couple plays in. Want to talk about this one? Suns and Jazz. Jazz are 1 point favorites at home. Total is sitting at 230 and a half. Want to make sure that yep, that's pretty much the same there. So my play in this game is Utah. I know this is got backwood ass everything written all over it, um, toilet bowl, whatever. I think this Jazz team is a lot better than um, what people want to give them credit for. I know you can look at last year; they were openly tanking, and I mean they literally it wasn't a secret that around the league that they were tanking. They ended up with with Ace Bailey as their first round draft pick. And I like this roster. Like when everybody's healthy, this really isn't a bad team. They just were bad last year because they were, openly tanking. And this Suns team, so I took two plays in this game. I took the Jazz money line in the first half and the Jazz money line in the for the full game. And I think for Phoenix, they've been starting slow anyway, right? Really been starting slow. Matter of fact, let's go and look at. I want to go and look at their first halves in their first three games of the season. So they're home. My fault, a little noise there. But if you look at the first half in their home opener, they lost the first half to Phoenix, and this was at home. First game of the season, lost the first half by 17. Next game versus the Clippers on the road, lost that first half by 16. And if you look at Denver, and this is noteworthy because this game was played in altitude, and this is where Phoenix will be once again tonight. So maybe they're used to it because their last game was in Denver. But I still think the altitude matters in this first half. But even in the first half of the Denver game that they played, they were a minus 17 in the first half as well. So I feel like Phoenix is going to be a team that's always going to start slow. I know Dylan Brooks is questionable, so if he's out, um, that could be a blow to their lineup. But I took the Jazz first half money line minus. I got it minus 105 at MGM, and then I took the Jazz um, money line. I got it at minus 120. I felt like there was some better numbers out there, but I got it at minus 120. So Jazz money line first half, Jazz money line for the full game is what I've bet already. Um, Next game that I've made a play on is Blazers at Lakers, and Lakers coming into this one catching 2.5 at home, total sitting 226. They just had the big win last night. Austin Reeves went crazy. Ayton went crazy. And, that was, of course, without Luka, without LeBron. I feel like, tonight I took the Blazers. I took them. They're coming off a win against the Clippers. No, they're not coming off a win against the Clippers. They are, sorry. They are coming off of a. Let me check the Clippers. I just want to make sure I give you some accurate information here. Yeah, so so the Blazers are coming off a loss um, last night against the Clippers, 114-107. So I feel like Portland, they don't have to. There's no real travel involved. They're still in LA. I took the Blazers. I took them on the money line in the first half and money line for the full game. Money line full game was minus 140. You can get that on 365. And then I also took the Blazers money line first half. I mean, you can get that. Got to shop around for that. But I think the Blazers, man, they just come out today, still kind of sour, a little bit sour from the loss the other night, and I just think they come out. The Lakers are going to be obviously shorthanded. Reeves just went crazy. Everybody went crazy last night. So I just feel like for the Lakers, man, it's going to be one of those things where they're going to have a down night. And this Blazers team is scrappy. They really are. And me and Stacks talked about it on the stream on Sunday. I think the allegations, with Billups and everything that's going on with this team, I just really think that it's really, galvanizing these guys to just come out and play for their coach, man. Like, I mean, Billups, from the jump. I mean, last year, like I said, the Blazers were a cover machine last year, and I just see it, carrying over into this year. And I mean, they covered last night. They were 8.5 point dogs, I believe, and they covered that. So I just feel like this is a really, really nice get right spot for Portland, bad spot for LA. Even though both teams are on the back-to-back, like I said, LA coming off the big win, Portland coming in, lost last night, so they want to leave LA with a split. So Portland, first half money line and full game money line. Yeah, so I think that's it, man. That's really all I got for this or for today's slate. If I had to do a best, but not had to, but let's do a best bet because I know what my best bet is. And my best bet is the Jazz money line. I think they take care of business tonight. I think their roster top to bottom is better than Phoenix. Phoenix might have the better individual player in Devin Booker, but I like this Jazz team. I like them at home, and especially as a short favorite, really like them. So my best bet for the show is Jazz money line. You can shop around, grab that. I got it at minus. I feel like I got it like at minus 120 or something like that. Not too much juice on it. So yes, sir. Jazz money line, and other than that, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, Stacks will be able to join us tomorrow. Shout out Can't Stop. Shout out GLB Bets. Like all four of us are gonna get on the show and do some great things, man. A lot of tickets to cash, and look forward to this NBA season. So until then, take care of yourselves, and we out.
Broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now and go try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.